Freelander 2 door actuator. They're the same regardless of which door you do in terms of the process. Some things I found along the way a bit tricky. I've done the passenger and the front driver's door as well. I've previously done a rear one, but I'm not doing a video on that today. So I've already done this process, and I'm going to re-go over it because there's a bit of an error in my judgment that I could have done with doing to start off with. There's two different ones. This is a passenger one. The difference being there's a third wire that connects on the passenger one where that little white circular nodule is, and that's for the if you have to use the key to enter the vehicle. It's quite a faff, that one. Took me a fair bit of time to get that out yesterday. There's a video online of a guy taking a handle off. You just need a Torx 25 but with quite a thin shaft to be able to get through a hole, but I couldn't do that, so I had to faff, but that was that. This is the driver's door one. Only two cables apply on there. That one from the exterior handle, and this one here with a little black circle is from the interior handle. The reason I'm having to do this again is because I broke a cable as I was taking it off. So this cable here, £8. See this little lug, the way it goes for a V and then sticks down a little bit like a funnel. That bit snapped on the cable that's in situ. Door actuators, a bit off eBay, 19-20 quid, not a lot. Cable I actually got off Amazon. I've already done some of these steps just to speed things along a little bit, but basically you take your door off first. This little plastic cover lives on there, so using a trim removal tool, got off eBay, a couple of quid, pry that off, pop that out. There's a little catch behind the handle, you can pop that off as well. There's a little screw in there, just a Phillips head. There's another one in there, there's one down there, that's 3. There's one on the centre of the door, 4. When you undo those, give your door a little tug, out it'll come. So I'm already ahead of the game here. Pop that somewhere safe. A little switch in there. You disconnect this blue plug from there, and the handle itself comes away from that bit. So I'll show you what they are. That's one for the window, disconnect that. That's one from the handle. Disconnect the speaker. Disconnect the window motor. And I'm going to take out the window ECU as well. So undo that. 3 screws. There's a couple of little plugs that hold that in place. Little lugs. So pop that to one side. I use a 10mm socket on an impact driver. Take 1, 2, 3 little 10mm nuts off. And there's a further 3 bolts. That's 1, 2, 3. Back to your Phillips head. Take the screw out this handle here. Take the window ECU off. Again, just 3 screws. They're the same screws as the speaker, so it doesn't matter if you lose them. Because we need to get in to this bit to remove the window winder, crack the window down about 3-4 inch. That allows access to that. You do want to then get some Gorilla tape and hold your window in place. Right, so I've taped my window up. It'll stop it from dropping because we're going to take the clips out. So in here, there's a little white one. And further back, if you can see it, I'm not sure I can, there's a yellow one. Pretty simple really. You basically pry the back, it bends out, it's got a little white lug, and the window's got a hole in it. The lug sits through the window. So obviously when you disconnect that, the window will be free to move up and down. The tape is to hold the window in place. So I'll take the lugs off now, and I'm going to pop the window back up. I'm going to push it up as high as I can. I'm going to re-tape it again to get it out of the way, and then I'm going to drop this this door card off. So push the window back up, disconnect it from here. Okay, manually pushed it back up. Just re-taped it in 3 places just to hold it up. I've left the original tape in because I'll need to lower it back down later on. there's one there. I'll be honest with you, when you put your arm in, I was pretty much right up to my elbow. And to reach the second one, I was right back to here. So you can see it's about in line with that little screw. It's a fair way in. So anyway, window's out the way. And it lowers down. Now if you're not taped your window at this point, your window will drop down, potentially smash. Slide it wherever it'll sit. Put it there. Now what we're getting to is in here. This is your window actuator. So we're going to get that off. That is your handle mechanism from the outside. So if you want to go into that, find another video. I'm not doing that way. Bit of a faff. So that's in there. So Torx 30 on the end. Drop these 3 screws out. That whole unit will be loose. Don't bother faffing with this grommet in terms of taking the cover off. If I were you, I'll just get the whole grommet out of the way. You want to disconnect that as well. There's a little tab on the bit underneath, sorry. So I'm going to release that and lift that out. This is the cable that I bought the replacement of. That snapped, so this is why I'm going back into the job. But like I say, if you can get one, definitely order it at the time. So again, push that grommet through. I find it easier to push all this down, all that cable out of the way. Just get it all in there. Just makes the job so much easier. There's that cable there. You have to turn that to 90 degrees to get it out. Right, so actuator's out. The bracket I told you about to unhook just sits in there. It's just a little 90-degree lug, and there's some little tongs just on that little U-shaped bracket there just to release. When you release that, it all just comes out. Now this is the cable I was saying about that I had to replace because I broke it. So there's some little lugs under there. They pop off. They move down. And it slides out. Here, look. Here's what's broke. Compare that to the replacement one. You can see the little bit that sticks up. That's the bit that actually holds it in situ, which makes it work. So you get the actuator out the door as it is with that in situ. Carefully prise that out. Make sure you tilt it up at the angle, and it literally just pulls out. Then you can replace your actuator. But I say I've ended up breaking the cable, so for the sake of 11 quid, I wish I had one to hand at the time, and it'd save me doing the whole job again. But it is already in, but essentially the actuator's back in on mine, so obviously I've got to refit this cable, but essentially you'd refit this, drop your actuator back in, reconnect the cable that drops down in there, brackets back in, and reverse the process. Easy as that. An hour's job. 280 quid I was quoted from a Freelander Land Rover specialist around here, so it's probably 40 quid for both the parts and the trim removal tool. It has, however, took me a bit of time, like I say, because I inadvertently broke the lug on that cable on the first time. So yeah, not a bad job really.